Hello, welcome to When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Take Back the Rainbow shirt. It's a anti pride shirt because we're sick of the bullshit. Anyway, happy Men's Mental Health Month. Anyway, I have Idol up on the screen just because we're going to talk about something. Idol. They used to be G Idol. Is a really good K-pop group. Really good in the terms of music videos, songs, lyrics. Rap is some of the best rap in K-pop, but their choreography is not good. Their dancing's not good. They're the best dancer in the group got kicked out because of cancel culture. We'll probably talk about her later. But anyway, the producer of the group is Soyoung right here, Jing Soyoung, and I'm saying her name wrong because I don't care. But she produces most of Idol's music, and so she's producing a new K-pop group called Baby Don't Cry. I know nothing about Baby Don't Cry, but if Soyeon is producing them, meaning writing their songs and making the music, they're going to be really good because she's literally one of the best producers in K-pop, and she does the art direction and all that. Um, I'm assuming this is her art direction too. And once again, I don't know anything about these girls. I just know they're called Baby Don't Cry. I don't know what they had for breakfast. Don't know their hobbies. I just know what's on here on their K-pop profile. I haven't read anything. Okay? But, you know, they look like idols to me. They're not, and I'm being serious, they're not a visual group. They don't look like a visual group. Okay? So that must mean they're talented. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny because it's like, Soyeon in Korea, based on the Korean beauty standard, she's considered ugly, but she's very talented. But anyway, I'm just assuming she picked these four girls because they're talented. Because I don't see a visual. Like I don't and I'm all about visuals. And a group is usually only as popular as its visual, but I, I'm assuming because they're being produced by her that they're gonna sound good, and I don't know what they sound like. Okay, but anyway, I mean, I guess out the group you could have her be the visual, but none of them have that standout look at all. So they just look like regular people. Actually, I don't know. Whatever. The point is, there's people already trying to cancel the group, but I think it's because they don't like Soyeon. Because a lot of people don't like her. For example, her being probably the best producer in the K-pop. I don't think she's won any award for anything, and she's had several smash hits. And usually, if you have a bunch of hits and you've never won anything, after like whatever your seventh, eighth hit, they just give you an award to make up for not being recognized. And then when people talk about her, like the best rappers or producers, her name always comes up. And some people are blaming, oh well, she's a woman. No, it's there's nothing sexist about this. It's her stuff makes money. I'm assuming it's just because the label she's on. Because a lot of times, because like Blackpink's, as far as I know, has never won a Korean music award. I'm pretty sure, and obviously they're like the biggest group in the world. It's personal between the company, right? But anyway, the drama with Baby Don't Cry, and I can't. Let's see. I slowed it down. I lowered the um, quality, trying not to get a copyright. But anyway, the group enters a liquor store, playing it very slow. I'm just gonna jump ahead. So okay, so they're in a liquor store. Okay, they're in a liquor store. This is like a, introduction to the group. They go up to the counter. I don't know why they picked a creepy I guess this is their representation of the average American liquor store owner, which I just think is funny. But anyway, she puts something on the counter to buy. Hi. But the thing is, it was. Wait, they didn't show it? I'll just play regular speed. I don't care if it gets copyright. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But this is what they're getting canceled over. Hi. I'm Kumi. This is me. It was the rapper. And they're just being introduced, but it's because the rapper that she put on the counter looked like a condom wrapper, but it was a candy. And everyone was making a video about it, and maybe they edited the videos a weird way, but they just made it look weird. I don't know. It's like they try to make stuff look weird on purpose. What I just saw, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but whatever. Maybe it was the teaser. Maybe. Let me see. Maybe. I don't know. Once again, I don't know everything. I don't know everything. Oh, right. This right here. My bad. My bad. I played the wrong one. See? See? Okay. So they're mad at that. They're extremely angry. The people who sit around all day with nothing to do are really mad that the girl put a candy wrapper on the counter because it looked like a condom wrapper, and supposedly she's a minor. And so it is sexualizing the group, and how dare whatever. Now I know where I live, America. I've worked at grocery stores, and they had a candy section. There's a lot of candy brands that look just like that, and they keep them in a bin, and you could grab as many as you want. So when I see that, I saw a candy wrapper because when I was working at Target, I would fill up the candy aisle, you know? So I wasn't thinking anything sexual or whatever about that scene. It just, what I didn't like about it, it just looked boring. And I don't know, like I would have dressed them better. Like they're dressed very plain, like they're dressed very plain. That so I don't see the problem is people are looking to be offended. They're they're in my opinion, they're dressed like Eyelet. They're dressed like high school kids. You know, they're just they're dressed like rich high school kids. So I mean, like when you're wearing a skirt down to your ankles, I don't know why your mind would jump to they're buying condoms. So I think it's just hate for So Young. That's what I think. It's because she's probably, top three producers in K-pop. top 3 rappers in K-pop in a very popular group, and a lot of people don't like the lyrics she writes. So I think that hate is being transferred to Baby Don't Cry because people remember K-pop is the most toxic, like the most toxic people on the planet like K-pop. K-pop is so toxic. The people who quote unquote like it have driven idols to kill themselves because it's just nonstop hate. There are idols who have like retired, and like 5 years later they're still getting hate comments, and then they kill themselves, and then people go, oh, she was bullied. Why did people do that? We have to change our ways. They like people have to stop, and then like things stop for 2 weeks, and then you know they're back on the same hate train. So if you don't like if you don't like So Young, okay, or if you don't like Idol, you don't have to take it out on this group. There's there's nothing sexual about putting a rapper on a convenience store counter. Also, as far as I know, I don't think you can buy condoms single. I don't know. I'm not a condom person actually, but I've never seen condoms sold single in a store. I've never seen that. You know. So I don't think about it. Have you ever seen single condoms sold in a convenience store? I've never seen that. I've never seen that at any store. So the fact that your mind went there, that's on you. You're the one making it sexual. And then and I don't know how old they are. I don't care. But they're saying like you had a minor, or like minors buying condoms. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but in real life, high school kids have sex. That's just how newsflash. You ever heard of teen pregnancy? How do you think they had the kid? So so this is also people who don't live in the real world. I went to high school, okay? There were people who were having sex in middle school. It happens. Sometimes kids are sexually active. And if a kid did buy a condom, why is that bad? I mean, wouldn't you rather have the kid use the condom instead of having a teen pregnancy? I don't know. There's just so many things. I just don't understand the outrage. I mean, maybe if they're wearing bikinis and sucking on a lollipop. But I mean, they're dressed like nerdy rich chicks. So this is on you. This all the weird people who were offended by this, you're just outing yourself. Okay? That's all this is. So you're the one that feels uncomfortable because you're the one having the weird thoughts. I looked I looked at it. My thoughts were they look like rich like Gucci chicks and they're buying candy. Like just because a candy wrapper is small doesn't mean it's I don't know. My mind doesn't even work like this. So, but anyway, we just have to stop with the cancel culture bullshit. So, once again, if you don't like Soyeon, well, why is she living rent free in your head? There's a billion K-pop groups out there. You don't have to do anything with her. Just cut her out of your mind. If you don't like her so much that it affects your thoughts on this group, Baby Don't Cry, then just Ignore Baby Don't Cry. Go away, because there's a lot of people that like this group already just because they're associated with her. But this is the problem with K-pop and the people who like K-pop. Most of you don't have jobs, so you sit around all day looking to be offended. Okay? Now, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like how this group dresses, but that's just me. But I don't hate them, and I'm not gonna make fun of them. I'm not gonna leave comments, because their stylists dress them. But see, but people just want to find something to hate, and they just go, it's them. Remember, they don't dress themselves. They don't write their own music. They're not in charge of their social media. They're basically like actresses playing a part. Okay? They're not in charge of the commercial. Like the only thing their main job is to stay skinny. I'm not even kidding. That is literally their job, is to stay on the attractive side. And it's everyone else's job to write the music for them, give them the art direction, blah blah blah. So take your hate is misdirected, because you know and you're the one that said that, because I don't know how old they are, but I guess there's minors in the group. Okay, so why are you trying to bully minors then? Just stop it. Okay? So if you don't like Baby Don't Cry, move on. That's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.